Say it with me. It's time to get forever fit. So, this week I watched a webinar on balance, and it picked up a couple of interesting tidbits, one of which is, according to the science, if you really want to see improvements in your balance, you need to practice at least 3 times a week for at least 10 minutes. That would be a minimum. So if you are working on your balance, doing this class, little bits that we do is great, but you need to be sure to incorporate that into your day. You know, more is better, but minimum 3 times a week for 10 minutes. So that's one thing. Another thing is it's important to train your balance doing sometimes with your eyes closed, which is something I certainly know, but I hesitate to do it in a class setting because I'm not there to catch you. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Something else you might want to do at home, and I'll show you a way to do it that I think is, it's pretty safe. You never want to fall when you're practicing your balance. It kind of defeats the purpose. So today I'm going to work more on balance in a couple different ways. I'm going to, in particular, show you a couple of yoga poses that we do to work balance as well. But we'll go through everything else we normally do as well. But before we start any of that, take a seat in your chair. I want to talk about something that we either say in conventional exercise, we might say engage your pelvic floor, and in yoga we might say use your mula bandha or your root lock, but similar idea. When we engage the pelvic floor, we help stabilize the body, and it can help a lot with our balance. So when you're doing your balance exercises, learning how to engage that pelvic floor, use that root lock in yoga can be very helpful. So let's play with that a little bit. So just sitting down. So just start by shifting your weight side to side. Feel those bones in your hips, those sits bones. Just ground to those sits bones. Now, a couple ways we can play with this. One is, imagine you're in the car. You have to go to the bathroom. And you're going to kind of clench down a little bit to help cut off that flow of urine. Not strong, not super, just enough. So that clenching feeling is engaging the pelvic floor. So you can practice that. And again, we're not trying to exhaust those muscles. We're just trying to engage them and kind of connect the two sides of the body, creating more stability. In yoga, I've also described as, feel those sits bones again. Now imagine you're trying to pull those sits bones closer together. And that engagement is also, that's the root lock. And you feel that connects the two sides of your body. In either case, you want to feel like you're sort of lifting your pelvic floor. So working with that, so later I may say engage your pelvic floor, I may say let's use our mula bandha or our root lock, but that's the idea, that internal stabilization can help you when you're on one leg to balance better. And I think you'll find that it works pretty well if you apply it. Let's warm up. March in place on the right. 8, 7. Let's incorporate some of our standing ab work from last week. Let's lift our knees and bring our elbow over. Step and twist. Twist it. Working across the body. Working our core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Next, we'll open up our hips. Elbow out to the thigh. Thigh to the elbow. Opening the hips and engaging some oblique here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's do some hamstring curls. So step and curl. Try to kick your butt. We'll chop our arms and we'll squeeze our shoulder blades together. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's double up those curls. Right here, double curl. And double. And double. One more double. Back to single for 4, 3, 2. Now double for 2 and 1. Now single, single, double. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. One more time. Single, single, double, and shake it out. Do our lunges, adding a weight to make it a chop. Again, getting some core work in here. I'm going to add one light weight. I'm going to hold it with both hands. You have three choices here. I call them choptions. There are three options for chops. There are chop options or choptions. All right. Choption one. Let's take the weight over your left shoulder. Chop to your right hip. A gentle squat. Choption two, a wider stance. We're going to turn this right foot out. Make sure the knee points toward the toes. We're going to chop toward the foot, folding onto the thigh with a long spine. So I'm not rounding over, with a long spine. Choption three, I can step out and in with each chop. So let's take it to the right side, so weight's over your left shoulder, and we're chopping. Here we go. Chop it. Chop it. Either way. You can hang out here if you want to. You can also stay here if you want to. These are all our choptions. Now I've lost count. We'll go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it? Other side. Same choptions. Weight over the right shoulder. Gentle squat in place. Little twist. We'll turn the foot out. The knee toward the toes. Long spine. Reach for the foot. Or step in and out with each rep. Choose your choption. Get ready. Twist it. Chop it. Over. Keep it going. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Catch your breath. All right. Do some of that balance work I was talking about. I'm going to start, before I forget, to show you what I suggest to do to work at home. Always nice if somebody's with you to help catch you, keep you stable, but if you're by yourself, I say back into a corner. In a corner, you've got support on two sides. The only way you can go is forward, and of all the directions you could possibly go, forward's the way it's easiest to catch yourself. So you can stand in a corner. You can have light contact here if you want to. You can ground into one foot. Let's engage that pelvic floor. Lift one foot. Now try to close your eyes. And just breathe. Touch your fingertips to the walls as needed. Hold it for a few breaths. Relax. You'll work on that on your own. You'll try to build up the length of time that you spend. If you want to start without closing your eyes, that's fine. But the goal eventually is to close our eyes. This makes our other balance systems work more when we take the vision away. Other side. What side did I do? I forget. We'll ground the foot. Touch the wall if you need to. We can close our eyes. Using that pelvic floor. And breathe. And stabilize. And relax. So that's an option for balancing on your own at home, standing in a corner so you can't fall backwards, you can't fall side to side. You start to go forward, open your eyes and catch yourself. Or, put a chair in front of yourself. You can block yourself in here, so there's always something if you need it. All right. Yoga poses. Yoga has several poses that we do use for balance. And I'm going to show you 3 of those today. The first is on both feet. And always feel free to grab a chair for some support here. Now we've done a squat before. This in yoga is like a chair pose. You have your hands in heart center. you can have your hands on your chair. But what we're going to do now is a balancing chair by lifting our heels. Now when you're using your chair for balance, you can just have your hands hovering over the chair in case you need to grab it. You have a light touch, or you can hold on for dear life. It's up to you. If you're holding on for dear life right now, try to work your way back to a light touch so you're doing more of the balance work yourself. Try to eventually not even use it unless you really need it, but it's there for you. Okay? So that's your balancing chair. Similarly, you can come into chair and balance and lower. Make it more dynamic if you want to at first. So you're not holding for as long, but you're building strength in your legs as well. So balancing chair, that's one yoga pose we use for balance. Another very popular pose is tree pose. Again, I've got a chair here that I can use as I described earlier. Hold on to it, light touch or no touch. Let's start with a hip width stance. Let's ground into let's do the left foot since I have the chair on my left side here. Let's activate that pelvic floor, that mula bandha. Now, some options. You can have hands on hips or hands at heart center or hand here, whatever's comfortable. Option one. Bring that opposite leg, that right leg out, and just lightly touch, like a kickstand. So I'm not putting weight to that foot, I'm just lightly touching to help me find my stability as I balance on this leg. Option two, I'm going to bring that opposite heel to my ankle with a very narrow base of support. Narrowing your base of support will challenge your balance more. Option three, I can move my foot up to my calf. I'm standing on one foot, I'm grounding to that foot, I'm using my core to stabilize, I'm focusing on a stationary spot somewhere. Another option is to move your foot above your knee to your thigh. I wouldn't worry about that today. Never put your foot on your knee. You don't want to put lateral pressure on the knee. So it's either going to be on the calf or up on the thigh, but not on the knee. Okay? Of course, we're going to switch sides to balance that out. So here, hip width stance. I'm going to ground into my right foot, activate my core, my pelvic floor. Option one, kickstand, a light touch here. Option two, heel to ankle. Or option three, foot to calf. Find a stationary spot, and just balance and breathe. We'll just build this up over time to make it longer and longer. Okay, shake it out. That's two, that's tree pose. So we have balancing chair, we have tree pose. Third pose is called dancer pose. And we've kind of sometimes done a quad stretch that kind of begins to build dancer pose for us. I've got a belt here that I sometimes use as a yoga strap. You could also use a towel if you need this. You may not need this. So, facing my chair. I've got my right hand on my chair. I'm going to bend my left leg. I'm going to grab my foot or ankle. So if you can pull it up behind you and grab it, that's great. But if not, try just to lift it in front of you and grab it. If you just can't reach it, take a towel or a strap. Put that around the front of your leg. And then pull up and back. So option one, on one leg here. No touch, light touch, or whichever you like. Option two, if you get comfortable with that, you can kick your foot into your hands and begin to hinge forward. And you've got the chair here, so you can feel free to use that. You might want to use it the other way if you start doing this pose. Come back. One finger, no hand. Dancer pose. All right. Other side. We're going to grab that foot on the other side. Use your strap if you need to. Pull up and back. So we're getting our little quad stretch here. And by the way, when you're stretching your quad and when you're doing dancer pose, we are not bringing the heel to the backside. keeping the knee open, trying to pull up and back. As you move deeper into dancer pose, you can hinge forward here. Don't forget that pelvic floor. All right, shake it out. There's 3 things you can play with. 3 more options for balance using yoga, plus our option to stand in the corner. All right. Remember, these 3 times a week, 10 minutes. Now you can do tree pose while you brush your teeth, while you wash your hands. Think about it. All right, so a little bit more strength work now. Grab our weights. I'm going to do a reclining chest fly today. So sitting in my chair, I slide my hips forward. I roll my shoulders back and down. Core's active. Weights are up. Palms are facing in. Then I lower out to the side. Lift it back to the center. Now as I come down, I don't bring my elbows below my shoulders. Protect your shoulder joints that way. Lift it back up. Inhale out. Exhale up. Down, 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4 for 12. And lift. 11. And up. 10, 2, 3, 4, lift. 2, 3, 4, 9. And back to center. 8. And 5. 7. And lift. 6. Inhale. Exhale up. 5, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, 4. Almost there. 3, and lift. For 2, and up, and 1. Catch your breath. We'll do some rows and repeat our flies. You can do your rows seated, leaning forward, folding your chest to your thighs with your palms facing in. We're standing in our deep squat and hinging forward here. And lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, inhale. Up and down. For 4. 3. Next. Up for 3 counts, down for 1. Pull. 2, 3. Lower. Lift. 2, 3. Down. 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, regular time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. We'll come back for our second set of chest flies. Now, if your weights are a little heavy, you have trouble doing these flies, you can still slide your hips forward, you can lean back. You could do presses if you need to. Presses will be easier because it's a shorter lever. So presses are just up and you're bending the elbows. But I'm going to do flies again, up to you, your choice. Back your shoulders. Here we go. Lower, 2, 3, 4, lift, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. Just like this. 12. And lift. 11. And up and up. 10, 2, 3, 4, fly. 9, inhale. Exhale and lift. 8. Squeeze out that breath. 7. Exhale and press your belly in. 6. Press. 5. Squeeze. 4. Up. 3. Lift. 2. Exhale. 1. Rest. Bring those weights down. Let's quickly stretch out the chest. Set those weights down for a moment. Open your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Feel a stretch across the front of your body. Little pulses back. Then a big pulse to release it. Catch your breath. We'll do our second set of rows. Again, you can lean forward in your chair or you can come into your squat. Palms face in and lift. Squeezing shoulder blades together, up and down. Exhale, inhale for 4, 3. Now, up for 1, count down for 3. So we'll lift, lower, 2, 3, up, down, 2 and 3. Squeeze, release, 2, 3. One more time like this. Now back to regular time for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch your breath. Let's set our weights down. We'll stretch out our lats. Interlacing our fingers, we'll turn our palms out. We'll press out and slide our shoulder blades apart. Feeling a stretch in the upper back. Now let's shrug our shoulders up, roll them back and down. Raise our arms up, sway to the right. You feel the stretch in your left side. Now try to use your breath here. Try to inhale and expand your left side ribs. And as you exhale, sink a little deeper to your right. Inhale back to center. Nice and tall. Exhale, sway to the left. Bringing breath into those right side ribs. Expanding and sinking deeper. Breathe and sink. Shake it out. Let's work on our deltoids now, our shoulder muscles. If you have lighter weights, we'll do side raises. If you have slightly heavier weights and would like to do overhead press instead, that's also an option. I'm doing side raises. I'm going to start by sitting up tall, engaging my core, shrugging my shoulders up, rolling them back and down. Now, I can have my palms forward or facing in. Your choice. See what works best for you. Raise out to the side to shoulder level, no higher. Lift, low, up and down. Exhale, inhale. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, 1, catch your breath. In between sets of shoulders today, let's do some biceps. We're going to do first a set of supinated curls. Supinated means your palms are forward like this. And we'll curl up and down. Just bring your knuckles to your shoulders. Keep your elbows in close to your sides. For 4, oh yeah. 3, we're going to slow it down. In 2, get ready. Up for 3 counts, down for 1. Curl, 2, 3, lower. Up, 2, 3, down. And lift, lift, lift. Lower 1 more time like this. Back to regular time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch your breath. Let's go ahead and do triceps. We'll make a little circuit and we'll repeat the whole circuit. You can do these triceps, like I said with those rows earlier. You can lean forward, try to rest your chest on your thighs. You'll tuck your elbows into your sides and you'll straighten your arms back. You can also do this standing in a deep squat, hinging your hips, elbows tucked. Get ready, extend. Now when you lower these weights, don't let them swing forward. Just come down till your knuckles point straight down. For 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Kick it back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and catch your breath. We'll repeat our side raises. You can do these standing or seated. I'm going to stand this time. Hip width stance, ground the feet, pack the shoulders, palms in, or forward. Here we go. No higher than shoulder level. Up and down. Exhale, inhale. 12, 11, 10, 9. You're halfway through this set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Rest. You should feel that right out here in the sides of your shoulders. You might even feel it more right where it inserts into your arm. Those are your medial deltoids. Let's stretch those before we move on. I'm going to grab my towel for this one. And gather it up. And hold it behind my back. With the backs of my hands against my backside. Rolling the shoulders back and down, pushing the knuckles toward the floor. Lifting the chest up. Lifting the sternum. So I feel a stretch in the sides of my shoulders. Take a few breaths here. It's a nice front body stretch. I'm going to change it a little bit in a moment. Open the chest up a little bit more. Let's just press our arms back. Press the chest forward. More chest stretch here. Most of us are very kind of forward hunching, you know. This is a nice way to open that back up. You spend a lot of time at your computer, a lot of time behind the wheel driving. This stretch here is very nice for opening up after that. All right. Let's do our second sets of biceps. This time, I'm going to do hammer curls just to mix it up. Hip width stance, or you can sit. Palms are facing in, and we curl right up to the shoulders, lift and lower, up and down. Exhale, inhale. 4, 3. Next, up for 1, count down for 3. Lift, lower, 2, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. 2 more. Curl, release, 2 and 3. One more time like this. Let's go back to regular time for 8, 7. Working those biceps for 6. Home stretch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those weights down. Bicep stretch. Open our arms. This time we turn our thumbs down and under. Press back. Feel a stretch in your upper arms and your biceps. Breathing and pressing. Shake that out. One more set of triceps. You can sit or you can squat. Holding the chest forward, tucking elbows into your sides. We'll kick it back. Lift and lower. Up and down. Exhale, inhale. 12, 11, 10, 9. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5. Home stretch. 4, 3. Really straighten those arms. You'll feel it more. And relax. Put those weights down. Let us stretch our triceps now. We'll do this using our towel. Gather it up. Let's hold it with the right hand and drape it down your spine. Bring your left arm out. Flip it under so the thumb points down. Slide your hand across your back around your waist. Now reach as high as you can. Grab that towel. Hold down with your left hand. The right elbow points up. Feel the stretch in the upper arm. Breathe. Keep your spine tall. Let's take our hand to the end here, the left side. Drape the towel down your spine. Bring your right hand out, put your thumb under. Slide your hand across your back, around your waist as far as you can, and bring it up and grab the towel as high as you can, and pull it down. Stretch the triceps. All right. We've already done some core work today. Get our balance, flexibility, our strength. We are on our way to being forever fit. Saddle stance, a little wide than hip width for some deep breaths to finish off today. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, pull your shoulder blades down and pack those shoulders down. Keep those shoulders packed as you lift your arms up. Keep lots of space between your ears and shoulders. Exhale, press one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good work. We'll see you next time.